Hey guys, welcome back to our healthy recipes. These are recipes for those of you, like I'm saying always, that want to do this journey with us and try to lose some weight. Um, First thing to start is change your diet. Change the amount you eat and especially what you eat. So that's what we're doing here. We also do some other recipes, but this one will go into the healthy recipe playlist. If you haven't seen the playlist, check it out. Like I said, if you're trying to do this journey with us where we try to lose some weight. So anyway, welcome again. I don't know if I said that. Today we're going to be making broccoli omelet, more or less. It's going to be either, whatever the way it comes out, either like a thin broccoli burger, or it will be more like a broccoli omelet. Anyway, so for that, we need easy ingredients, basic ingredients. We need the broccoli, we need onion, we need vegetable broth tablet, we need a little bit of paprika powder, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of flour, a little bit of salt. And what you see here is the couscous. Why is the couscous here? Well, some people tend to find some of the healthy recipes a little bit bland, a little bit not really flavorful, not too much. So what you can do to spice that up a little bit is, instead of boiling broccoli in just water, just make some sort of a vegetable or chicken stock. Throw one of these tablets in the water that you're going to be boiling the broccoli in. That way the broccoli will absorb some of that broth. Okay, that way you will give the broccoli a little bit more flavor, and what you will taste eventually in the broccoli burger. To enhance the flavor, we're going to be adding a little bit of flour because it needs to be a little bit firm. You can add the flour, or you can prepare the couscous, just a little bit of that, and then add some of the couscous in there. And the couscous has more flavor than the flour. So, these are ways to keep, to stay a little bit creative with, with this kind of food. The food that's meant to help us lose weight. So anyway, with that, we're going to be having our fish fillet. It's pre-marinated. As you can see, they call it the Italian style. Why do they call it the Italian style? No. Probably because of some Italian spices in there. Anyway, yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. So this with this. That way, as me and Mike always like to joke, when we do this kind of food that has almost minimal amount of calories, that way it will give us more calorie credit that we can use up after dinner. Meaning we can have a cookie with coffee, or we can have some nuts, or things like that. So anyway, so do what you can, guys. Do what you can. Don't let it drive you crazy. Anyway, so let's start. So first of all, I'm going to boil the broccoli until it's soft, and then I'll come back to you. Meanwhile, chop the onion and fry it a little bit, because eventually all that we have here will be mashed together. And then we're going to be making burgers / omelets out of this. I don't know. I don't mean omelets. I mean like pancakes. If it's too thin, it's okay. Just go with it. If it's too thick, turn it into some sort of a burger. If it's too thin, try to see if you can make some sort of a broccoli pancake out of it. So the way I'm going to prepare the fish is, I'm going to try and avoid frying it or baking it. Just spray a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there, and then a little bit of butter, just to make sure that it doesn't stick, because the olive oil does heat up more than the sunflower. So sometimes it can cause stuff for you to stick on the bottom of whatever you're preparing it in. So just to prevent that, a little bit of butter. Then take these out and then just lay them nicely next to each other. Usually it should be done, it's fish, so fish really doesn't take that much of time, just like chicken. I don't know, let's try maybe 170, 180, and then for, I don't know, 6-7 minutes. We'll see, I'll let you guys know. There's the broccoli, still boiling. Now I'm gonna fry the onion with a little bit of olive oil until it's really soft. the broccoli is cooked and it's soft. I just checked. The way to check it is try the thickest part. Thickest part. We're watching Park and Recreation, so Park is right now in my head. The thickest part of the stem. See this one. If you can chew on it, then it's just nice and soft. It means the rest is ready. So this is the base. We're gonna try and see if we can make burgers or little omelets out of this. And the flour we need, or the couscous, if you want to do it instead of the flour, the couscous, after you prepare the couscous as you should, and then use that as a substitute for flour. That we're going to be mixing little by little until we get the texture, the nice firm texture that we want. And of course, we're going to add a little bit of egg, to solidify the whole thing eventually. Next, add in the onion that we just fried, a little bit of olive oil to give it a little bit more flavor, and then mix that as well. And the broccoli, you could mix it with one of these things that you use to mix when you make mashed potato. But today I used this. Why? Because I just threw the other one that we had. So if Mike finds out, he's gonna think either I'm crazy or I'm trying to make him crazy, because I said, no, we don't need that. What do you think? What do you know? Throw it out, and then all of a sudden you're gonna make something where you need exactly that thing that you threw out. So this did the job for me. Now I'm gonna mix this, and then I'm gonna start adding a little bit of flour. I don't know how much, you guys just start adding a little bit of flour and egg until it's not running, until you can make at least pads out of it. Is that how you call it? Like little burgers. So don't go too crazy with the flour. Little by little, gradually. The soon you notice that they're firm enough to make little patties out of them, little burgers, then you're fine. Stop right there. Then add your 2 eggs, depending on how much you made. I have here about almost 1 kilo of broccoli, almost. So it's 400, about 800 grams of broccoli that I just then boiled. Then gonna add 2 eggs, and then from this, again, I'm gonna mix this, and then from this point, gradually add the flour until this mixture is firm enough to make burgers. Oh yeah, you guys, I forgot. Before you add the flour, right after you add the eggs, add the spices. Mix the whole thing. So far we have here broccoli, onion, eggs, and then the spices, a little bit of salt. Mix this really well, and then start adding the flour really gradually. As soon as you can make little ball or little burger, do it. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, you guys. I'm doing this each time after a little bit of time has passed in between, because I'm doing all kind of stuff here, cleaning up and all that. So I'm sorry if it sounds too neurotic repeating. Next, add a little bit of olive oil, not too much in your skillet, non-sticking skillet, and then start making your burgers and bake them. As soon as you can flip them, as soon as you can see that they're starting to have this yellowish, little bit brownish bottom, flip them on the other side. And that's it, because it's all cooked. You don't have to cook anything. It's just, we just wanted to get the crust. That's all. What I said about the pancakes is, if you do not want to make them like burgers, by the way, when you do this, make sure that the heat is not too low, because you do not want them to have the chance to fall apart. So immediately make sure the oil is a little bit hot. Put them in there so that immediately they will get the full heat and create the crust that will keep them apart and keep them from falling apart. But if you want to turn them into some sort of pancakes or omelet, make sure that you add a little bit more egg in here, and that this is a little bit runny. And then basically do the same as you would with an omelet. I've done that also, and it was good. So I just flip them. Before you flip them, make sure that you shake them like this. And when you see that they're sliding over the bottom of your skillet, then only then, very careful with one of these things, spatulas, try to flip them. Only after you have the feeling and check more or less that the bottom already has a crust. That's the only thing that keeps them from falling apart. Or you can add too much flour, but we don't want that, because the point is we want to keep them healthy. So again, for this amount, 800 grams of broccoli that I then boiled, one onion that I fried, 2 eggs. I ended up using 2 tablespoons of flour. There it is. There is the result. See? I like my crust to be a little bit harder, crustier. So this is mine and that's Mike's. Or if he likes this, he can take this, but yeah. So that's why this is a little bit darker than this. But there they are, guys. It smells delicious and it tastes delicious. Plus, minimum amount of calories. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you try it and see you soon in a different video. Thank you so much for watching and all your kind comments.